Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 3 of 24 here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, Season 6. The starting order here: Kenny the Punisher in the 27, Timac in the 24, Just Ken in the 78 car, Larson Rocks in the 31, Wood Dog in the 3, Throbbing Vein in the 5, Dexter in the 11, Caleb Starr in the 95, Snow Wolf Sniper in the 66, Kansas Kids in the 15, Smokin' Joe in the 7, RJ Haywood in the 42, Dusty in the 14, Twitch Whiskers in the 48. Green flag is out here at Kansas Speedway. Kenny the Punisher is your pole sitter in the 27. He's on the outside of Just Ken. They made contact. Ooh, and a big problem back there. We saw it deep in the field to see if we can catch another glimpse of it. It's Dexter in the 11. He comes up, hits Throbbing Vein in the 5. Wood Dog, Caleb Starr, Snow Wolf Sniper, Smokin' Joe, RJ Haywood. They all got around that 2-car incident. Now Throbbing Vein and Dexter are both now second last and third last on the racetrack. See if we can find the camera angle that we enjoy the most, and there's a decent one. And it looked like Kenny the Punisher actually clipped the wall. He's going to lose first, he's going to lose second, he's going to lose third, fourth, perhaps fifth as well. That yellow and green looking car in the middle groove is Kenny the Punisher. He's now back to the 6th position. Timac takes the race lead from Ken coming out of turn 4. Now Larson Rocks fighting for second with Just Ken in the 78 there. Larson Rocks drives the 31. Larson Rocks is actually coming off a huge victory last race at Phoenix International Raceway. Wood Dog in the 3 car is in 4th. Caleb Starr in the 95 is side by side with Kenny the Punisher. It's a battle for 5th and 6th. Smokin' Joe in 7th. Snow Wolf Sniper in 8th, RJ Haywood in 9th, and it's Throbbing Vein rounding out the top 10. Early in the going, it's Timac 11 in the 24 car, your race leader. Remember, last season, in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, he won the championship by only 2 points over Just Ken in the 78 car. And the only way Timac had a chance was if he won the final 3 races of the season and led the most laps in 1 or more of those 3 final races. Larson Rocks in 2nd, starting to get closer to Timac in the 24. Just Ken in the 78 car runs in 3rd. And it was a little bit bittersweet for Just Ken when he won the Season 1 Short Track Series Championship, because he defeated Timac by only 2 points as well, the exact same margin that separated them in Season 5 of the X2 Series Championship. So I guess it evened the score if you wanna look at it like that. If you check the scorecard, it is 1-1. Timac in the 24, Larson Rocks in the 31. Battling for the lead, as they often do. The RCR cars have really come to life here lately in the X2 Series and pretty much all of the NOSSCAR leagues here. Larson Rocks in the 31, Wood Dog in the 3, Kenny the Punisher in the 27, and Nonstop Racer in the 33. We'll give a shout out to Nonstop Racer. He actually live streamed the NOSSCAR Sportsman Series races this past Friday on his personal YouTube channel. He's reached over 100 subscribers. And Nonstop Racer also made his debut in the Sportsman Series. Got 3 top 10 finishes in all 3 of the races he entered. And for a guy that's brand new to the game, that's very impressive. And And now Ken has made a move on the outside of Larson Rocks for second. Put the RCR cars in third and fourth for the time being. And now can Ken in the 78 car get closer to the 24? If he can get a little bit closer, he can make a challenge for the lead. Caleb Starr in the 95 car runs in fifth. We haven't really spoken too much about him yet in this race. There he is. Dexter has climbed all the way back up to sixth ever since having an issue with throbbing vein on the very first lap. Remember, he fell all the way back to 12th. 16 drivers will be credited with points for this race. Wood Dog has now passed his teammate Larson Rocks. That was for third. Dexter has now gotten around Smokin' Joe. That was for fifth. So put Smokin' Joe back to sixth and Snow Wolf Sniper in seventh in that number 66 car. Ken trying the high line, and he got some grip up there. Here he comes. Timac took the low line. Ken was able to get a big run off the corner, and now going into turn one. They're going to be side by side for the race lead here at Kansas Speedway. And it looks like the 78 of Just Ken is going to make it stick. And don't look now, but Dexter is on his way to the front. He's up to fifth, as I mentioned, but he's gaining ground on the top four. There he is, that green and black car. Keeps coming into frame, and we have a new leader at Kansas Speedway. Former NOSSCAR Short Track Series champion, Just Ken 03 in the number 78 car. So put Timac back to second, Wood Dog in third. Caleb Starr, or rather Larson Rocks in fourth. Dexter trying to take fourth from Larson Rocks. There's Smokin' Joe in sixth, Snow Wolf Sniper in seventh. It's a dogfight from eighth on back between RJ Haywood, Twitch Whiskers, Throbbing Vein, and more. Dusty in the 14 car is back there battling with them as well. And again, tough break for Kenny the Punisher early in this race. He won the pole. It's his third career NOSSCAR X2 Series pole award. Oh, and a problem there for the 78. Oh, and he makes it on pit road. Oh my goodness, we got to go and take a look at that. Remember, there are no black flags here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. So you were allowed to speed onto pit road, and Timac was not quite ready for the 78 to go down pit road. Didn't hear the call that he was going. But the 78 made it down pit road successfully. No problems. However, the reason why we do not have black flags on a regular basis for the NOSSCAR leagues here on NASCAR 15 on the PlayStation 3 console is because there are some connection problems that happen if you have black flags or yellow flags on. And it often results in drivers being kicked out of the race session. And now pit stops are beginning. I don't know if you saw that, but there was a long line of cars going to pit road being led by Larson Rocks in the 31 car. Scheduled pit stops beginning here at Kansas Speedway. I believe that they're all going to have to pit 2 or 3 times in this race. Timac in the 24 comes down pit road. There you see Kenny the Punisher in the 27 car with the right side damage. He's leaving pit road. Smokin' Joe, Dusty, Snow Wolf Sniper, they're all on pit road. That's Twitch Whiskers in the 48 car in her pit stall as well. That's Caleb Starr in the 95 car going around the racetrack. There goes Just Ken in the 78. That's Wood Dog in the 3. And Dexter in the 11. So, let's see here. Timac comes off pit road. Ken is still the race leader. Timac in second. Wood Dog in third. Dexter in fourth. That is your front four, folks. And I believe it is going to be Larson Rocks in the 31 car that will be in fifth. Either he or Caleb Starr in the 95. It's Larson Rocks in fifth, Smokin' Joe in sixth in the number 7 car. See, Kansas is a 1.5 mile racetrack, therefore it's a nice sized racetrack, therefore it doesn't take 5 or 10, 15 laps to go 1 lap down at times like it does at Bristol or Richmond or Martinsville, places like that. So I believe that there are 11 cars still on the lead lap, 14 cars left on the racetrack. Your leader is Just Ken in the 78 car, Timac in the 24 in second, Wood Dog in the 3 in third, Dexter in the 11 car in fourth, Larson Rocks in the 31 car in fifth. We're going to take a short break, guys. You're watching race 3 of 24 here in season 6 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. All races are uploaded to YouTube, so give our channel a subscribe to catch all the full races. Go to NOSSCAR.com for more information on how to sign up and become a driver, or to simply check how your favorite driver is doing in the race results, the point standings, you name it. We'll be right back. Back here at Kansas Speedway, not even halfway through today's event, race 3 of 24 here in season 6 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. It's been all Just Ken in the 78 car since we went to commercial break. Timac in second. Dexter, as you saw during commercial break, NOSSCAR nonstop, has taken third from Wood Dog in the number 3. And the battle for the lead is brewing still. See, I get the sense these guys just like to race with each other because they're always up at the front, they're always near each other, they're always challenging each other to push harder and drive even better. I would say the main story over the last 20 races or so, 20 NOSSCAR races no matter the series, most of the discussion has been about the 78 and the 24 and the battles they've been having on the racetrack, and it's been really fun to watch. And if you guys have not seen video proof or witnessed any of this, certainly check out the NOSSCAR Short Track Series races. And now Ken getting around RJ Haywood to put him one lap down. Timac going to try to do the same. Dexter is running in third, Wood Dog fourth, Larson Rocks fifth, Smokin' Joe sixth, Caleb Starr in seventh. Getting a report that Throbbing Vein is in 8th. Twitch Whiskers is in 9th. Snowwolf Sniper had some sort of an issue, so he is now scored in 10th position. That is your top 10. 14 cars left on the racetrack. And there goes Ken in the 78 car to pit road, so Timac takes over the race lead here at Kansas Speedway. And that must mean that the 24 is not too far away from making his scheduled pit stop as well. We're over halfway done the race. If Timac can stretch it a little bit here, he might be able to make it to the end, or maybe just simply do a splash and go rather than take 4 tires and fuel. We're going to find out how it all plays out here. The 78 car has released the race lead to the 24 of Timac. Getting a report that Dexter is also on pit road. Wood Dog is on pit road in the 3. So evidently it is Timac staying out the longest here. This is the second fuel run of the race. RJ Haywood trying to get a feel for how Timac drives the racetrack, and ever since he got in behind the 24, he's been right there with him. Might be learning a thing or two here about Kansas Speedway. RJ Haywood currently sits 5th in the NOSSCAR Sportsman Series standings out of 25 drivers. I believe Timac was actually letting RJ Haywood go. And there's Kenny the Punisher in the 27 car. He's on his way to pit road. Tough break for him early in the race. Remember, he's the pole sitter. Haywood gets around the 24, and now Timac will follow the 42. Now, if you're Timac, you gotta believe that you're wondering what the lap times are like for the drivers that just took 4 fresh tires. And probably wondering how far behind you're gonna be once you decide to come down pit road and get your own service as well. Ooh, looked like RJ Haywood in the 42 actually made some contact there with the outside wall coming out of turn 2. And we also saw Snowwolf Sniper in the 66 come off of pit road. And Timac coming down pit road now. There's Caleb Starr in the 95. Dusty in the 14 car is on pit road. And now Timac in the 24 on pit road as well. We used to see classic battles between the 14 and the 24 here in the world of NOSSCAR, between Bondilosaurus in the 14 and Timac in the 24. But Bondilosaurus has since then retired from NOSSCAR competition, and he's certainly he's going to be certainly eligible for the Hall of Fame when the first class is inducted. Timac back out on the racetrack here. Getting a report that the 78 of Just Ken got involved in some sort of skirmish And we're not sure exactly who it was with, but we don't believe that he's the race leader. We're trying to get a report for you on the running order as soon as we possibly can. Yeah, we're getting a report here that Just Ken got involved in some sort of on-track incident, and right now on the track it is Timac in the 24 that is your current race leader. So we're really not too sure what happened, but evidently it was big, and it has cost the 78 of Just Ken a lot of valuable track time. In fact, he's no longer running in second place, folks. He's currently scored in 7th. In the number 78 car. We thought maybe that black car just in front of the 24, 2 cars up, was Just Ken, but it's not. We believe it's the 48 car of Twitch Whiskers. Twitch Whiskers is running in 9th, trying to stay on the lead lap, and also Snow Wolf Sniper right behind her is running in 10th in the 66 car, also trying to stay on the lead lap. So the top 10 cars are on the lead lap. The only cars not on the lead lap that are still on the racetrack are RJ Haywood, Kenny the Punisher, Dusty, and Kansas Kids. So Timac might have been given a gift from the heavens, perhaps, because now he's got no 78 car to deal with for the victory up here towards the front. And remember, before Ken had this problem, he was the race leader. So he was certainly going to be a force to be reckoned with for the victory. So now if you're Timac, what do? Do you conserve a little bit? No, and you know, take it easy knowing you have a 6-second gap over second place? Or do you keep running hard? We believe everybody is going to have to make one more pit stop before the race here at Kansas Speedway is over. This is race 3 of 24 here in season 6 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Posted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. For more information, go to NOSSCAR.com. back at Kansas Speedway. Third round of green flag pit stops have begun. As you saw in NOSSCAR nonstop while we were gone. Timac still on the racetrack here. He is your current race leader. Caleb Starr in the 95, among others, have already started to come down pit road for the third round of green flag pit stops. There goes Twitch Whiskers in the 48 car. She's on pit road now. We've really only got about 6 laps or 5 laps to go in the race. So the question is, does Timac have enough fuel to get to the very end? Does he stretch it and try and risk it all? Or does he come down pit road? He's got the better fuel mileage of anybody in this race. He stayed out longer than anybody else for the first 2 fuel runs. Therefore, we know that everybody else is going to have to come down pit road. Does Timac not risk it, come to pit road to get the fuel, knowing that everybody else has to pit? And now here comes Timac in the 24. It's almost like he heard us. He's coming down pit road. RJ Haywood just left his pit stall, we believe, in the 42 car. Now he's in his pit stall. Question is, does he take 4 tires? Does he take 2? Does he take fuel only? There's only a couple of laps left to go. We're getting a report it was 2 right side tires and a splash of fuel. Gets a little loose getting out of the pit, off of pit road there, but he's going to gather it up. He's got a... We're trying to do the calculations here because he's still not quite up to full speed, but we believe he's got about an 8-second lead over the second place driver. But as of right now, the second place driver is Throbbing Vane in the 5 car. He's trying to use fuel mileage to get to the end on gas in the number 5. He was running back in 8th or 7th before doing this strategy in the 14. Spun in turn 1. We're also getting a report that the 15 car of Kansas Kids was involved in some sort of incident, and he is now out of the race. He's going to finish in 14th, and now tough break for Dusty, going to finish in 13th, spinning here late in the race. We believe that there are 2 laps to go this time by at the start-finish line here at Kansas Speedway. Timac in the 24, ironically, is looking for career win number 24 in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. That is the most all-time. 3-time champion of this series, so that is the most all-time as well. Other former champions of this series include Jay Taylor in the 88 car, and Lord Wise in the number 22. Whoa. Timac's car went all sorts of all over the place there. But it's because he has completed the race. Timac in the 24 car is your winner here at Kansas Speedway. Throbbing Vane made it to the end on fuel to finish in 2nd. Smokin' Joe 3rd, Wood Dog 4th, Just Ken 5th, Dexter 6th, Larson Rock 7th, Caleb Starr 8th, Twitch Whiskers 9th, rounding up the top 10, Snow Wolf Sniper in the 66th. RJ Haywood 11th, Kenny the Punisher 12th, Dusty 13th, Kansas Kids 14th, Tyler Scott 15th, and Juicy J 16th. Thank you very, very much for joining us, guys. This was round 3 of 24 here in Season 6 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. one of 3 B-Division leagues hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console, and it is one of 6 leagues in total that NOSSCAR hosts on this video game on NASCAR 15. Head over to NOSSCAR.com to find out more. Race results, points, standings, details on how to sign up and become a driver, links to our social media platforms, you name it. All full race videos are uploaded to our YouTube channel, so hit that subscribe button, guys, and we will catch you next time at Dover Speedway. Look out for the Sportsman Series on Fridays, and look out for the Draft Series on Saturdays, and also look out for the Endurance Series on Sundays.